What's up, guys? It's Black and back with some more RA content. But before we get into this game, we have a tournament announcement. That is right, we have another OpenRA Dark tournament. June 22nd is going to be the date at 1800 UTC time. I think that is like 10 a.m. my time. It is perfect for me. OpenRA is turning 18 in June this year. That is right, 18 years of OpenRA, which is kind of incredible to see. So we are going to have a dark tournament, and it is going to feature all three base mods. That is right, Dune 2K, TD, and RA. So it's going to be quite an interesting event. I don't think anything like this has ever been ran before. I don't know how it's going to go, but it is certainly going to go. So go ahead and go sign up for that if you have not already. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I want to see at least 16 players, but I think, you know, if we can get some of the larger community in, which is totally possible, we could maybe get to 32. That would be like a complete full bracket, which would be really cool. We can already see some rifles coming out, so let's introduce these players. In the bottom left, this is going to be Commander. I've been told that this is Gargamel. This may or may not be a smurf. We're not exactly sure, but they are, it seems pretty good. So far, they've taken down some names. And over here in the top, you can see in the chat, this is, of course, Mint. He's going to be playing as Germany, so this is an allied mirror. And we are on Titan VIP, a make-take map from, I think, Season 12. Pretty good map. Got your standard double mine here. Triple mine over in the corner, which is kind of a very late game. It's very interesting on this map. You go here, and then you go here. And then there's just so much battling going on that, honestly, these kind of don't get taken for a long time, if at all. Looks like Mint is going to go for a War Factory first build, since he is sticking with 4 rifles and an engineer. Gargamel going to be able to secure this second oil derrick very easily. He went for it first, as a matter of fact, so looks like Mint's going to enjoy, you know, a little bit more income from his oil derrick rather than being behind super early. Early rifle scout goes down. That should probably tell Gargamel what's going on. We'll have to see how he responds to this. I'm not exactly sure who he is. I'm not really interested in the smurf hunt so much, which is, I mean, kind of somewhat ironic, I guess, since his name is Gargamel. That was the person who hates the Smurfs, if you were old enough to remember that show. Or maybe they made a new show since I've been a kid, which is totally possible. Although I don't think I was a kid when the Smurfs were running. I think it was just something I saw on, like, not Cartoon Network, but Boomerang, maybe, when they played all the old shows. I don't know. Smurfs is probably from the 50s, 60s, 70s, somewhere way before my time, that's for sure. But still enough of a pop culture reference that I know it, I guess. Early rockets out for Gargamel here, and Mint is just going straight for the eco. He really wants that, and he's going for a radar rush, so this is actually a crazy build off the bat. Looks like Gargamel's just getting his light take out, so it looks like he's going to do just standard double ref. Got his third ref coming out. It's probably going to get placed right here. No double ref still, that's totally fine. He doesn't need it. But looks like he's going to try to push on Mint, and Mint, you know, he's just now starting to produce a little bit of rifles since he does have 4 harvesters out. And he's going for a 5th harvester now and a 6th harvester, so this is kind of a crazy build. I mean, he's going to need it if he's going for Blackhawks, but he's probably going to have to move out on that 1 MCV. If this gets a harvester, that'd be really great. Or if he somehow sees the tech rush coming, that could be pretty good, but it looks like he's probably going to get repelled here. Oh, that Blackhawk helipad is actually in a dangerous spot. Let's see if Gargamel can see it. He's lining up here, so this is very reminiscent of some early Raggle plays. A long time ago I used to do this early harass, but don't think he's going to get a harvester here. Mint instantly pulls the harvester back. Ooh, I do like that he's sitting in a rifle scout though, so he's aware of Mint just sitting there. But he does not see that helipad, and that would have been so huge if he'd seen that. That would be a very hard transition for him, since Mint is already going to be up to... Oh no, he's just sticking with 1 helipad, so that's kind of interesting. As a result, though, he is kind of broke since he got pulled off here. I do like this. Now he is going to see that helipad just as his first Blackhawk's coming out. And Mint going with an SD, so this is a very weird build. Looks like Mint's got something up his sleeve. Sending rifle scouts over here. Should kill that Tawny for a free, like, 180. 1 light take, not going to be able to kill that harvester, especially with the SD out. Shouldn't lose it to the rocket. Yeah, this guy's definitely got some very good skill. I mean, he's got some good micro there, keeping the light tank alive. Mint is going to work out with his Blackhawk. I mean, there's not a whole lot of infantry to kill, actually. Expansion MC out for Gargamel right here. He is, he's going to have to transition to tier 2 rather quickly, especially after this ref comes out. About to see if he does. Mint with his MCV out now, which is fine. I mean, Gargamel's floating pretty bad. That's not exactly great, but that does happen with this time of the game anyways. That first expansion, you really start to float. Can't really produce too much until you start to get those 4th and 5th Raxes out. Medium tanks coming out for Gargamel. Looks like Mint is going to go into medium tanks as well, so Blackhawk's not doing so much. This tech rush really not doing anything at all. It's just giving Gargamel a pretty big army advantage. No, actually not that bad. I guess the Blackhawks are cutting into that a lot, but, you know, again, there's only 2 of them. There's not so much they can do. He's going to have to be very careful of keeping them alive. You know, 5 rockets will kill Blackhawk, I believe. Just transferring down here. He's got plenty of extra hearts since he went 6 hearts, so he's got 4 on his main base. He's got 3 here, so he's at 7 hearts. I think Gargamel's up to 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so 1 extra 1. Already moving his MCV to the corner. That is interesting. And he's not going for radar yet. That is maybe a bad play. You definitely want to get quick radar so you just get AA guns out. Although Mint is not spamming Blackhawks right now, so it's kind of like almost a false tech rush. But at the same time, like, going into double tech so early is surprisingly not put Mint super far behind. But I think that Rifle Scout does go down here, and that's a pretty big flank. Got a good number of rockets there and some medics, so that's gonna do a lot of damage if Mint misses it, and it looks like he did miss it since he's focusing down here. But now comes the Mint micro, and all those rockets are gone, and this armory is completely neutered, and this is why he's going to need those AA guns. You cannot rely on rockets, especially against Mint. This army up there is going to be pretty good, and some more rockets going down, so Mint finally getting some value with those Blackhawks. This army engaging, and Mint is not on top of it yet. No harvesters going down, just luckily due to the ore refinery. Finally going to get that harvester pull away, but 1 more rocket. Oh, still alive. Killing that ref would be pretty good. Another little attack here, but it's not going to last very long. Medium tanks are just doing the damage alone. Should kill that ref. That would be a huge blow to Mint's eco. But instead, he's just going to get retreated out, and the Blackhawks can be able to crush in on that. Trying to get into harass, but again, no rockets. There's the light tank and a medium tank. Although he's going to get 1 harvester since Mint pulled it down there, so that's pretty good. Mint kills all the rockets there. Probably should just use the Blackhawks to clean that up. He doesn't need to waste anything. Getting the medium tank in front, though, is pretty good. Wow, now there is a second medium tank here, so Mint's going to lose a 2nd harvester. That is not good. He's had this army there. He could have been saving his harvesters. This is probably doing a number on his eco. Looks like he's going to lose a 3rd harvester here after another medium tank joins in, too. So, you know, Gargamel's still keeping Mint on his toes. Has 1 army back here. Has a bunch of rifles back here. Double war factory, so triple war factory. Oh my god. So he says, screw your Blackhawks. I'm just going to out-tank you, which does make sense with all of his extra tanks that he seems to have. But now Gargamel's on the back foot. Going to lose 1 harvester instantly. Blackhawks are going to be there to pick out any of the rockets as soon as they come into view. So he's going to have to rely on tank crushing and some good box placement. Although 1 Blackhawk going down. Oh, that is not some famous Mint micro. That is some 0.1 level micro right there. And as a result, Mint is going to lose this army. That could have gone so much different had those Blackhawks been allowed to shoot. 2 more Blackhawks coming in, but yeah, that was kind of a throw by Mint there. Army value still somehow ahead, but once these medium tanks start pumping out, and he's on to 4 war factories now, so this is definitely a very interesting divergence in build orders in this game. Mint's going to push in here on the left side, but he does not have enough there. I think between all the rifles and the medium tanks, he should be good. And he's pushing with the MCV. Oh, that is danger close. He's going to have to get it out of dodge. He's going to just stop and try to poke there, rotate his army from the right side too. But Gargamel is coming over here with quite a flock of medium tanks. Turret versus turret, and unfortunately Mint's turret is instantly going to go down. But yeah, if Mint can get some good rocket kills right here on these tanks, I think he'll be okay. He's going to need another... He's got a barracks out here. He's going to need another turret or pillboxes. Oh, and those rockets getting caught out too. That could be good. Although, oh, the crushes from the medium tanks are pretty good there. And Mint is going to get pushed back. I don't think I missed anything else. Nope. He could have been using those Blackhawks up here. That would have been really important for him too. It's like Gargamel transferred all of his harvesters, or maybe just 1 medium tank or light tank managed to kill him. I'm not sure. Somehow I missed that. Rocket getting sacrificed coming out of that barracks. Probably should have just stayed inside. Mint's gonna transfer his... Oh, he's only got 3 Raxes, 4 Raxes. That's quite interesting. I guess he really hasn't had time, but definitely a weird game. Bet 2 medium tank would like to see that repaired. He's going to send that one back. Barrack's finally going down. If he added Radar Dome, he could have got some free veterancy with that with a Quick Spy. Blackhawk's finally coming back in, one sitting on the repair pad. Mint pushing in again here, but Gargamel's here with 4 War Factories, so I don't think this is going to go well. That's a lot of rockets for Mint that's going to go down here as soon as these tanks envelop him. Barely going to lose 1 tank, it looks like. That's actually a pretty big swing for Mint there. He's going to be down, I think, after all this. Oh no, still somehow 1,500 to 10,000, so that's... Never mind. Completely wrong there. Maybe it's the Blackhawks again, doing so much for Mint. Which, besides that one failure of Micro right here, he's been pretty good with them. Could have been a little bit more active with them, but it's hard to be super active with them and controlling a ground army at the same time. It's like trying to control a Navy army with your ground army. It's just really labor intensive. Bunch of rifles going down there. Good uses of Blackhawks there, and a few more ammo pits left. And there they go. Gets out of dodge. Oh, there is the tier 2 tech. And that last medium tank coming in gets that range for the AA gun. So Mint's not going to have air superiority for super long if, or at least at the very minimum, he's not going to be able to penetrate into these bases super long. Another deep flank for here from Mint. I don't think it's going to get too much. There's not a whole lot of rockets there. There's a decent amount actually. And it is rather unprotected. Same time, Gargamel is up to tier 2 with artillery out, and he's taking this corner from Mint. Mint is going to need to retreat all the way with that MCV. Likely to get spotted, actually. I feel like Gargamel will probably come up here on a flank. We'll have to see if he just wants to secure that area. Although, Mint pushing his MCV over here, probably a brilliant play. It might actually go unnoticed for quite a while. But I think Mint is really running out of steam here. Still ahead in army value, but it's slowly dipping. Finally, this flank going to get in from the army, and it's actually going to get at least a few harvesters, I think. No, somehow all the harvesters living. But at the same time, this Blackhawk killing all of the rockets there, that is huge. That is going to allow Mint to stay here much longer. And now that MCV is going to try to run away, but he's going to lose 2 war factories and his harvesting there. And those harvesters are now stuck idle, but big attack coming here from Gargamel, and Mint is he's going to be okay if he can kill the rockets and the artillery. But he needs to do it quick work. He's going to lose a harvester or refinery at very minimum. This harvester pulled off the line. He needs to use those Blackhawks, yep. He needs to save everything he can here. Going to lose a Rax and power plant, that's not really important. Looks like he is going to barely hold on to there. And looks like Mint managed to clean out most of Gargamel here. Push back the MCV. Didn't lose too much there. I think that's pretty good on him. Oh, don't lose the Blackhawk. Oh, and it goes down. That was his only helipad. Never mind, there's a second helipad down here. But does lose the Blackhawk to 4 medium tanks. That's not good. Needs to get that out of there, but it's too late. It's going to go down. So these medium tanks paying huge dividends for Gargamel. Oh, and I just come back in time to see a huge artillery hit there. Gargamel expanded in the middle, and he's got control of the corner. Mint crawling with an MCV sneakily in the corner. Yeah, I think Mint's doing okay. He's not out of this game yet, but Gargamel is in really good position. Mint still has the army advantage, but his eco has got to be in the drain. He's completely broke. His income is almost 4,000 less. But look at the earnings graph. Mint is kind of wildly spiking, where Gargamel is pretty steady, been ahead of Mint most of the game. Needs to get that medium tank back. Oh, that is not good. I'm not sure if that was a bad rally point or if that was just perfectly placed, but one Blackhawk instantly going down. Mint's trying to chase with a rocket soldier, but that is not enough to kill medium tanks. They can quickly outpace those rocket soldiers or just outright kill them if they get the right angle. And this is a big army from Gargamel, and Mint's going to get a harvester, but going to lose all of his army as a result. Does have the 2 Blackhawks, we'll have to see how they go. They got to be careful of the AA gun range. They're just skirting outside of it. Oh, he's going to find all those harvesters in the middle too. That could be pretty good. Loses all that army. Blackhawks were not able to. Gets 1 harvester. Yeah, he's going to put pressure on this. That Blackhawk going down, that was probably a waste. Oh no, he should try to kill that MCV. I know he knows there's an army there, but that MCV, at the very minimum, you could push it away and then retreat. You know, his army's not going to be able to catch you. Mint long distance mining in the top. This MCV is under threat. Mint has to rotate all of his army around, has to be very careful of that AA gun too. Great pillbox, killing all the infantry in the front and immediately pushing the MCV away. I do like that. And then there's some counter Blackhawks finally coming out. Gonna kill the AA gun. That's probably a smart move. So the Blackhawks down here would be probably a better move. Oh, Blackhawk just gonna get away, but that is only a helipad. 4 medium tanks sitting on the service depot. And the Blackhawks are starting to get some good value in there. Once again, all the rockets down. This is looking pretty good for Mint. Now, I think I was kind of calling him from behind, but, you know, he kept that army lead. Somehow his eco is just managing. Maybe this is doing just enough for him. And this artillery not getting some good shots, but there is just nothing but medium tanks there anyways. But unfortunately for Mint, I think he's still going to lose the medium tank battle. Oh, well, if the rockets come in, that could be pretty good. Oh, no, the Blackhawk's not targeting the right thing. This one is. One more rocket there. It's probably going to go down. And the last one, gone. So it's a bad day to be a rocket trooper in this game. Gargamel going to try to establish back in the left side again. Sending in a scout with his Blackhawk. Do like that. Mint long distance finding from both corners now. And it looks like Gargamel is aware of this. There is one A gun. If it goes down, that could be pretty good. But again, the flock of medium tanks are coming in. That's more than enough to deal with Mint. Blackhawk goes down. And Mint is going to get pushed back there. Gargamel is going to establish in that left corner. Oh, and Mint loses his harvesters. That is vital to his eco efforts. Destroyed loss looking pretty good for Mint. I mean, that's expected with his Blackhawk micro. Gargamel a little bit behind. Not too bad considering the army values are pretty close. Earnings graph, yep. Mint was ahead for a little bit, but I imagine the next minute right now it's gonna, yep, swing completely down. Army graph, Gargamel definitely been ahead, although you can see where he does lose those rockets from Mint's artillery. Blackhawk usage, rather. Blackhawk coming to refill, needs to get sent back to the SD. Sending some more tanks back to the SD, so he's been on top of that. It's pretty good. And I think Mint is once again in trouble. He does have a huge army coming in the middle, but Gargamel is going to see it. And there is 2 artillery down here. If he's not careful, especially with his army coming in the backside too, depending on where Mint wants to attack, this could be pretty bad for him. He could get collapsed upon. It looks like he is going to make the wrong decision of attacking the main base. Although if he catches both these armies piecemeal, that could be pretty good. Gonna have to see how good the artillery hits are. So far, not great. Still not great at all. Oh, last chance. Oh, the Blackhawk crash and the artillery all at once. That was all the infantry corps down. MCV is gonna barely get out of dodge, but I'm not sure. Mint has nothing but medium tanks left. And there is still a huge army over here on this backside. Gargamel taking the army lead. That one rifle going to take forever. Fortunately, that pillbox is covered anyway, so you cannot capture it. But Mint's going to take this corner for now. But again, that huge army probably going to make all the difference here. Mint is going to need all these Blackhawks. He's got 4 of them. That could be enough, but we'll have to see. Although, if Gargamel gets canalized by this train right here and gets collapsed one, this could be pretty good for Mint. The Blackhawks are going to come in from a great angle too. Oh, it's going to be close. I think it's going to come down to crushes, and Mint's crushes are really good. With support of the Blackhawks, Mint is going to take that engagement, and once again, Mint is ahead on army, so this game is going back and forth. This is pretty good. Although the medium tank mass is still enough to kill all of Mint's armor, that's alright. Would love to see a mechanic just claim some of this husk, but that is a little hard to do when you're being harried so much by this game. Rifle still poking away there. Looks like that artillery managed to kill a ref. And yeah, we're kind of reset again. No tier 3 from either player. That could be a big difference maker. Although, again, when your eco is so bad, it's hard to get up to tier 3. Gargamel floating 9k. That is quite impressive. Maybe he was just not building. He's only got 4 racks. And he's got 3 war factory again. Plus 1 helipad, so Especially going to go down in the middle. Second helipad coming up. And Mint's going to get pushed back again, although he's going to take at least 1 more medium tank for his trouble, I think. It's Church focusing on the wrong one, but it's barely going to get it. Oh, it does not get sick of medium tank, but... Ooh, Blackhawk going in there. That's pretty bad. But again, Mint just does not have the assets to deal with armor. He's got plenty of anti-infantry assets, but he needs more medium tanks, more rocket soldiers. Starting to see a heavier air transition from Gargamel here. Would not be surprised if tier 3 is coming eventually, but nope, they're just focused on eco. Oh, Mick could totally kit that MCV, but he second guesses himself, goes to rockets. I think rockets are probably a better choice, but he could go back and kill that MCV now. Said he's going to focus on the rifles. I think I would rather gone for the MCV. You kill that, you know he's going to be at least 40 seconds before he builds another one. Now it is Gargamel's turn to go on the crushing spree with all his medium tanks. And once again, the Blackhawks are landing at a bad time. He's going to lose probably at least one. Although he's shooting at the helipad. Rocket's getting crushed, unfortunately. I'm not sure why they weren't shooting. One medium tank going down. Turret is not going to last long, but it does get targeted nicely onto that low health medium tank. And there is just 4 tanks left here. A little bit of infantry just sitting right there. Gargamel snipes for infantry as it comes in. And this rifle is managing to kill that power plant. That's kind of funny. It's just been slowly draining its power. Not low power, unfortunately, so it probably didn't even recognize it. Artillery nestled in nicely in the back, but he needs an A gun. There's no A gun yet. Mint loses a Blackhawk, but kills a nice swath of infantry. Gets the artillery too, and can get out of dodge there. This turret would be really good if it had pillbox support or the Blackhawks coming in. There's pillbox support. It's a little bit behind, but the perfect crush on that harvester there going to allow Mint to go. Ooh, 4 medium tanks flanking right here. They're not on to the harvester yet. There we go. And I don't think that harvester is going to get away unless Mint does not pursue it correctly. He's going to see the tier 2 there, which I don't think he had vision on. But there is a lot of medium tanks for Mint to deal with here, and he's just slowly stringing in infantry. Yeah, he needs to fix his rally point, send it back here. And Mint, I think he lost his MCV down here. Or no, it's retreated this way. He needs an A gun. Oh, that A gun could be really good. Gonna get all 3. Oh, that one barely getting away. Getting 2 Blackhawks there for pretty much nothing. There is a wall from Mint, I'm pretty sure, just to try to stop these medium tanks, but they are going to kill both of those harvesters and the helipad, and that is going to be probably the death knell for Mint. He's lost everything. He's trying to do stuff over here with his medium tanks, but I don't think he has enough to stop this army from pushing. Again, trying to establish here in the middle with his MC and a ref, but Gargamel can easily clean that up with all of his Blackhawks, and the A gun getting that final Blackhawk as it tried to go land. Yeah, I think Eco was a different story here for Mint. I know his Eco is generally not his strong suit. He's much better at microing, but it started to look very bleak for him. MC gonna go down here. Mint has 3 more tanks and an artillery, but again, anti-infantry isn't really what he needs. He just needs more medium tanks, more turrets, and more rocket soldiers to deal with all this War Factory medium tanks that are coming out. His little flank over here did get a harvester, but it did eventually get snuffed out. Gonna go in for the crushes here, but it is 2 medium tanks, and there is the GG. So well played by Gargamel. Definitely seems like a pretty competent player. Taking down Mint is not an easy feat. I should know. I've lost him a few times, especially when he does his air shenanigans like that, but somehow he managed to make a War Factory build work against air, which is not pretty typical, but that was a pretty good game, and I'll see y'all next week.